Glad to be here today. Another great day for Port Newark and Elizabeth, for jobs in our economy, for the environment, and for the health of nearby communities. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey has won a $44 million federal grant to modernize the northern access roadways that connect to Port Newark and the Elizabeth Port Authority Marine Terminal. So let me congratulate Chairman O'Toole, Executive Director Cotton, and the entire Port Authority team on this hard-won effort. Senator Booker and I and the Congresswoman, along with others, have been lobbying for you, but it takes a good product, a good grant application to be able to successfully lobby, and we're glad all of it came together in success today. Getting a grant from the Department of Transportation's Infrastructure for Rebuilding America program is no easy feat. You have to show the federal government that this money will go to a project of regional or national significance. You have to demonstrate how it will improve road safety, enhance intermodal transportation, reduce environmental impact, and generate economic dividends. And for the first time, the Biden administration also added, considering these proposals, how they impact climate change and environmental justice. Well, the Port Street Corridor Improvement Project checks all of these boxes and more. It's going to alleviate traffic, it's going to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, it's going to improve air quality for surrounding communities, and it's going to help us move more goods in and out of the port complex more efficiently. And there's no question that this project's significance to the region and the nation at large are rather clear. 1/3 of all shipping containers along the entire North American East Coast come through this port complex alone. The Port of New York and New Jersey is an economic powerhouse, a job creator for sectors like trucking, logistics, trade, and let's not forget all the businesses that depend on the import and the export of goods. And beyond generating billions in business revenue, the port also employs thousands of longshoremen who, despite a global pandemic, helped move a record 7.6 million port containers in 2020. So it's great to see the port break new records. The volume's just incredible. However, our current roads were not built for this. Over the years, as we successfully fought to dredge the harbor and improve our capacity to welcome larger ships and move more cargo, port operations have outgrown these roadways. As a result, we've seen more traffic congestion, more pollution, more accidents, more avoidable tragedies, and more time spent idling instead of moving goods. An estimated 15,000 trucks now travel the Port Street Corridor, as you can see, and its main entry, the Corbin Street ramp, each and every day. And during peak times, approximately 3,600 trucks and other vehicles pass through each and every hour. That's why this project is so important. It will make moving goods simpler, smoother, and safer. And beyond improving efficiency, this investment will help reduce harmful pollution in neighboring communities. Think about the positive impact for public health and the planet made possible by a project that, once complete, will reduce over 700,000 hours of travel time for vehicles navigating the port complex in 1 year. For the residents of Newark and Elizabeth, it's a matter of environmental justice. It's no coincidence we see higher rates of asthma and other pulmonary and respiratory issues along Newark's South Ward and the Ironbound. Our goal must be to have a thriving port and healthy communities. At the end of the day, no one benefits from having big gas-guzzling trucks idle for hours at a time. When we improve efficiency, we reduce pollution. When we reduce pollution, we breathe cleaner air. And when we breathe cleaner air, we have better health outcomes and a more productive, equitable economy. For the Port of New York and New Jersey, this $44 million federal investment is welcome news after a very difficult year. And for me, it's a continuation of my decades-long fight to secure the port's future as a gateway for global commerce. During my early years as a congressman, this was the 13th congressional district, and all of the port facilities were in it. And as most New Jerseyans, I could see in the horizon, and I saw the cranes, but I didn't really know what was happening out here. I didn't know about the incredible economic engine that the port is, the number of jobs that it generates, the gross domestic product that it's part about. And in those early years, we had a problem. We were losing cargo to Halifax, Canada, which is a natural deep water port, no harbor tax, and the result of having no dredging done led us on the verge of losing this gem. So we, under the Clinton administration, we got all of the parties together. We ended ocean dumping. We used beneficial resource. IKEA and other entities were built on those sediments. And today, with all of us coming together, we protected jobs. We invested in new infrastructure to move goods efficiently through our region. And when I came to the Senate, I worked to secure over $880 million in federal funding to deepen the harbor to 50 feet so that we could serve the larger post-Panamax vessels coming through the widened Panama Canal. And when the larger cargo ships couldn't clear the Bayonne Bridge, I fought to expedite the Raise the Roadway project that has since allowed record numbers of large vessels to come to call. And I don't think most New Jerseyans understand the incredible vitality that the port generates for our region. Yet harbors, ports, and terminals are only part of the equation. We have to invest in intermodal transportation that makes the movement of goods and freight throughout the nation possible. That's going to remain one of our top priorities in the Senate, as Corey and I are in the midst of debating our infrastructure spending and how that unfolds. We are going to make sure that New Jersey and the region are well taken care of in the new infrastructure bill. And with that, let me congratulate the Port Authority on this hard-won award. The project's good for the port, it's good for the planet, and it's good for the people. It doesn't get better than that. Thank you very much.
This project is very simple for me. I live 2 miles from here. And for me, this project is about our community. It's creating hundreds of jobs for families that need good jobs, reliable jobs, many of them union jobs that can support families. It makes a difference. This is about the economic vitality of this region, this port of ours that we often don't understand how it fits into the larger projects of this hemisphere. It is the 4th busiest port in all of North America. It is an anchor for this entire region, not just New Jersey, not just New York. This port is feeding the entire Northeast. And this port is a player in ways that most people can't see, but is felt. Look, it was mentioned by Senator Menendez and the chairman that this is a very dangerous region. This project alone will save lives. It'll cut by about 40% the number of accidents and fatalities. I think about what it means to have a family member go off to work and be a victim of a car crash. I'm facing that challenge right now with my brother who had a stroke, just getting a severe injury. When he talked about the injuries to our officers, that is enough to shake a family to the core, and nobody can talk about what it means when you save a life. And also, I want to tell you, as a former city councilman and mayor, I was always frustrated. I was happy to have all this economic development in our region, but the families that live in this area, my neighbors, they bear the brunt of something that's outrageous. I grew up in the suburbs of New Jersey, and the kids in Newark have 4 times the asthma rates of kids in suburban towns. 4 times the asthma rates. The #1 reason our children miss school for health is asthma. And what's worse than that, the disparities in outcomes for kids with asthma. In fact, a black kid with asthma will be 4 times more likely to die of asthma complications than a white kid with asthma. And so when you have a project like this that will take hundreds of billions of pounds, or excuse me, thousands of tons of CO2 out of the air, it makes a massive difference in what should be a right for every child, which is to breathe clean air. So as we celebrate this project, it is extraordinarily important for the economic development, for the jobs that it's going to create, for the safety of the men and women who work at the port, and for all of the children who are growing up and going to school, who unfortunately for too often, too many, are gasping for air. This is an extraordinary day. This is an extraordinary project. I am proud to be in partnership with people every single day who want to take a port like this and make the investments necessary that will make this port not only one of the fourth best and busiest in the region, in the nation, in North America, but will make this port more efficient and more effective, more healthy, and more helpful.